Hey, what's crackin' peeps? I'm glad to see you back, and today what I have for you guys is episode 11 of our MC Party map making series. And before we get started, I just want to say, I know. It's been 3, 4, maybe even 5 months since the last episode, and I can go on about excuses, but realistically it's just that I haven't had time to make such lengthy episodes. And I've been really discouraged. Between like members joining and leaving and everything, I didn't feel like it was a good idea for me to outsource such a big project to other people, because what happens is they'll work on something, I have no idea how it works, and then I'm just kind of discouraged to even attempt to work on that again. But so pretty much I am totally afraid to get back into this series, because if you see all of this right here, all of this 1.8 redstone, I want to actually turn into the 1.9 command blocks, because we can make it a whole lot smaller, and if it's faster and less server intensive, we can actually make MC Party a lot more enjoyable. So I don't really know where to start. Let me fly around the world and see what I have to do. Okay, so to fill in the region, I just made this simple command block mechanism, which is just going to fill the spot from the endermite and from the silverfish, and then it's just going to TP it downwards. So right here we need a light green patch. So I can just do that, and yeah, it's pretty simple. This makes it a whole lot quicker than typing in the commands individually. Ooh, messed up on that one. Than typing in the commands individually, or even just filling in the blocks. So yeah, pretty cool. Let's see, let's do a couple more, and then we'll be ready to get started on the spawn mechanics. Alright, so the basics are pretty much done for the lobby. So what we have is the new lobby team, and we just set some options like friendly fires off, we're not able to see the friendly invisibles, we're not able to see death messages, and we're also not able to collide with our friends. So those are just the options for the lobby team. And then we also have the new player processing right here. So this is just going to be a one-time system that works on every new player that joins. It should just execute once and none more, but when it does execute once, it's going to teleport us to the lobby, it's going to put us in game mode 2, give us saturation, and it's going to join us to the lobby team, and then it's going to add the process tag, which should make sure that none of this happens again. So let's test it out. Here's the moment of truth. 3, 2, 1. We're put in game mode 2. We were teleported. Okay, that's good. Let's do scoreboard, players tag. Tag at p list. Let's see what we have. We have the process tag, and let's also do scoreboard teams. Let's do list lobby. Yep, and we're on the lobby team, so it all worked perfectly. Okay, so I just added a welcome message. Let's try this one more time and see what happens. Ta-da! Okay, so it said, welcome to MC Party. Before playing, everyone must create a character. Go inside a green booth to begin creating your own unique character. So that's what it's going to say at the very beginning. It's going to teleport you now to where you're facing the character creation. So that kind of forces people almost to go inside here. I'm going to make it to where you can't actually play any mini games and you can't do party mode until each character has their own unique character piece. So yeah, I think I'm going to work on these now, make it a bit more intuitive and user-friendly inside these booths. So I'm going to try to work out a design, and I'll be right back when I have one. So it's been about 2 hours now, and I've really downsized all of this redstone right here into a pretty small module down here using the new 1.9 command blocks. And so this is what we have, and it works fluently. You see, we can scroll through all the entities just like this, but then I had a change of heart. Realizing that using armor stands and having the pieces move around on the board, it's just going to be really tricky to work with the teleporting involved them relative to each other. So I kind of swayed towards the idea of not having multiple entities and just having one entity that a player can choose from. So all players will be able to choose from a villager, for instance. Okay? And then we'll be able to change things like the hat that it's wearing. So I made these hats. I tried to go for like a circus barker hat, but yeah, it didn't really turn out. But so you would be able to change the hat and then the items inside its hands, and yeah, armor even if you wanted to. It's much easier to change around and everything. But then I also discovered that you can't actually put stuff inside villagers' hands. So now this is why I think I want to use zombies. And I don't know if I want to keep the zombies looking like zombies, or if I want to maybe change them into Steve characters or something like that. But Yeah, because zombies are able to hold stuff. We can even make it their offhand to hold. Let's do blaze rod. Yeah, so we'll be able to put stuff in their hands, on their body, and using resource packs and models, we'll be able to make a whole bunch of crazy stuff and accessories to actually decorate our unique characters with. I think you guys are going to be really, really happy with what I have here. Okay, so these are the old characters that we could create and everything. And yeah, they look cool, they look funny, but I gotta say, the new ones are pretty cool, so I'm just trying to keep my back to them. You ready? 3, 2, 1. Ta-da! So, we have our, we have now our retextured zombies, which are now looking like Steve, which I think is honestly perfect. I don't think they should change whatsoever. Maybe if there's another default skin, but I think Steve looks perfectly fine. And so we have the hot dog hat. I don't know why, but there's like mold on it. I don't know. There's something weird going on with the models and stuff. If you guys know what's up with that, just go ahead and comment, because I don't know what's up. But anyway, so we have the hot dog, we have the nice wristwatch that you can wear, we also have the bowling cap as usual, and then we have the balloon. Ooh, if you look too high they disappear, but we also have the balloon, which sways in the wind with the arms. It's pretty cool. I love this so much more than those. Like, if I had to choose between the two of them, I would definitely go with these any day. And this is my first time making any block models whatsoever. So, it's not difficult, it's just very time consuming. And it's really hard to come up with nice fancy textures. Like, you see the hat here, we took off the black wool. The wristwatch we used like quartz and wool and gold block. But with the balloon, like, I didn't have a red texture that really fit for a balloon. So I'm gonna have to make one because just the plain red does look very boring and stuff, and same with a hot dog, so we're gonna have to do something there. I also forgot to mention that I am using Mr. Crayfish's model maker, and it's actually been a really helpful program. It's completely free, so I don't have to use BD Cubic Pro and everything. But yeah, I really love the model maker. It's been really cool to work with. And so this is kind of the new layout that I want to do for the piece selection. It's not final, but this is kind of what I want to do. So we'll have the previous and next again, and then we also have our hat, left arm, right arm, torso, legs, and feet. And then eventually we'll be able to change this, and then once we're done, we can just go ahead and confirm. But yeah, that's what I want to do for the piece selection. I don't want to work on this all episode, so let's go find something else to do. So it's time to make a minigame. This minigame is pretty self-explanatory. Basically, I'm trying to make a whole bunch of cannons over here, and they're going to be shooting projectiles towards a couple platforms that are going to be back here or something. And they're going to shoot projectiles, and pretty much the whole goal of the game is to be the last one standing. So they'll be shooting blocks or something, and if the blocks like hit you in the head or if they land on you, then you die. But also these blocks are going to stay on the arena. So progressively throughout the game, the arena is going to get more difficult to navigate. And so that's the idea behind this. I think I'm going to time-lapse me building it, and I do want to talk to you guys a little bit more about just like why I was leaving, and I just want to share some of my personal life. So here we go. So the one main reason why I go on these hiatuses is pretty much just because of marching band. You know, marching band's been a huge part of my life, just band in general. I've been participating in the activity for about 7 years now, and honestly, it's been so influential. So pretty much, a little bit about me and the band. I've been playing trombone for 7 years. For 4 years now, I've been playing baritone. And marching band last year, I was the baritone section leader, and this year I'm actually the drum major. So if this makes any sense to you, and you're also in the marching band, that's awesome. I love it. It's so cool. It's been so influential on my life, and honestly, I wouldn't be the person I am today if it wasn't because of it. But I just want to kind of to tell you guys why I was taking such a long break. Marching band season, as a lot of you guys know, does take place right in the heart of fall and late summer. So that's really where I've been for the past 4 months. But in slowing down a little bit, we have our two main competitions, our two huge competitions, this weekend and then in 3 weeks. So it's not over for 3 weeks. But you know, hopefully by Thanksgiving break, I should be ready to go and start piling out these videos. And if you guys actually want to see some videos or some pictures of me conducting, maybe in uniform, something, I'm sure I'll be posting them on Twitter every once in a while. Yeah, just to get personal with you guys. But anyways, I'm done with this session. Let's get back to the show. Hopefully I didn't bore you guys to death with all this talking, but it does feel good to just kind of share a little bit about myself with you guys. I've never really tried anything like that before, so tell me what you think down in the comments. But anyways, we have the island, for the most part, done. What the idea is that these cannons are going to be attached to a pirate ship, and we're on an island. And then what's going to happen is there's going to be a random cannon that fires up, and you'll see it charging with like particles or something, and then it's going to fire pretty much like a shotgun array of blocks towards you, and you have to dodge them. I decided to scrap the idea of the arena building up like this, because then eventually you could just hide behind blocks like this and never die, since they're coming in from an angle. So the arena's just going to stay flat, and you got to run around and dodge them. But I think it's going to be pretty fun. But also, since this pirate ship really didn't turn out well, it looks awful, what I think I'm going to do, like what I used to do, is I'm going to go ahead, put up a download of just this region right here, and so I'll leave it up for download so you guys can go ahead and design it the way that you think it should be built, and then you can actually tweet it to me on Twitter, or you can put it down in the comments down here, and I'll take a look at it, and I'll pick a winner, and then I'll credit you and everything in the map, and yeah. But anyways, I also did this random generator, which I'm actually quite proud of. What it does is every time I place down an endermite, it's going to make a random tree based off of one of these 20 trunk templates, and then it's also going to place a tree top right next to it. So if I place one down right here, ta-da, we have a random tree. Then if we put one right here, we have another random tree, and there, and there, and there, and pretty much I just did this process to build this massive forest. So I made this brand new brain hat, and look at it, it's kind of weird. I wasn't really sure what I was going for. Like, I made a brain, and then I didn't really know where to put it on the Steve, but I kind of like it inside the skull, like the way it is, and just like protruding off the top. Pretty cool. But yeah, that's going to be pretty much it for this episode. I feel like we're in a really, really good spot to continue the series. You know, we didn't complete anything, but you know, we started a lot, so that means every episode I really want to try to at least complete one little project, and hopefully that will set the pace pretty well. And before we go, I just want to remind you guys that we do have those 2 little competitions that you can compete in. If you think that you have block models that you want to make, go ahead, make them. The best way to contact me is on Twitter. Send me pictures, send me downloads, whatever you want to do, and I'll go ahead and check them out. And we also have that map that's going to be down in the description for you to build. So if you think you can build that pretty well, I'll go ahead and I'll choose a winner. Once again, the best way to contact me is on Twitter. And then I'll be able to credit you guys over here too. Just like Redundant, except she doesn't have her head right now. Well, that's okay. I got to update these. But yeah, so that's it. So if you enjoyed, don't forget to hit that like button. If you want more, go ahead and subscribe. And if you just want to drop down and say hey in the comments, go ahead. Alright, well, peace.